Webheads, it's always great anticipating new comic books. Whether they're actually good is another story. Hey, all my webheads out there, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0 and fans. I'm your host, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you the top 10 most anticipated comic books. This is for September 30th, 2020. That's right, fans. It's never too early to start that pull list for next week, and hopefully this list helps you make decisions on what comic books to buy. And guys, at any time, if you want to show that extra support towards the channel, just go ahead and hit that join button and become a member of Comic Book Corner 2.0 today. Again, it gives that extra support to the channel. And guys, thank you so much for watching Comic Book Corner 2.0 overall. All right, guys, so let's kick off this top 10 most anticipated list this week with the hot seat. And I'm actually can't believe I'm considering buying another issue of this, but this is Marvel Zombies Resurrection. This is issue 2. The first issue was just atrocious in my opinion. I did not like it. I found myself intrigued about what happens when Galactus, that's infected by this zombie virus, falls to Earth, and how do the superheroes and society cope with this. But instead of tackling that situation, we go well into the future after the event has happened, and we see a random group of superheroes just running away, and Peter Parker protecting Val and Franklin, and based off of this promise. And we saw very little of that situation that happened right when Galactus came, and I want to see more of that, right? I thought the artwork was a little bit shoddy, and I just wasn't overall a fan, but I might give it another issue just to see if the story is fleshed out a little bit more. Maybe we tackle that event right after the whole situation happened. So we'll see what happens. This book is 32 pages and it's $3.99. All right, next, moving on to number 10 now. We're kicking off this countdown, and this goes to Red Hood Outlaw. This is issue 49, titled The End of the Outlaws. That's right, fans. Now, this story is ending, I think, at issue 50, and then we're going to be getting a new creative team. So I want to see how this whole thing wraps up, right? This has been a long run, and I have not been on board with this except for, I guess, that brief Joker War tie-in. But again, I overall like Red Hood in the Outlaws. I like Jason Todd. So it just makes sense for me to start jumping on this now and seeing if the new run is going to be better. This is 32 pages. This is $4. All right, moving on to number 9. We have Year Zero. This is issue 5. This is another zombie type of situation when it comes to a comic book. And it's been really good because, again, you've been seeing this from a different point of view, from a Japanese hitman, a Mexican, a Afghanistan military aide, polar research scientist. We've got to see this American survivalist. So you got to see it from all these different types of points of view. And it's been really a lot of fun. However, the character that I'm most interested in is the character that's like Eugene from The Walking Dead, who's prepared for all contingencies. However, he has basically left his house, right, to possibly find someone that has the same common interest as him and could be used as an ally. Where does that go from here? I don't know. But we've also been announced that this series has been announced for a volume 2, and I'm really looking forward to that to see how the story carries forward in the future. This book is 32 pages. This is a $4 book. All right, guys, so moving on to number 8, and this has been good. And this is Wonder Woman issue 763. This is called The Last Stand of Liar Liar, and we have gotten introduced to Maxwell Lord's daughter. So now you wind up finding out why Maxwell Lord has been wanting to team up with Wonder Woman so he can stop his daughter from committing all these crazy crimes. And she's been basically creating this app on the internet where people take pictures of themselves or selfies, and then all of a sudden they wind up seeing this particular, they wind up going insane, they wind up getting mind controlled, they see things which they think is evil, and they start doing destructive things. And it's happened to Wonder Woman, and now Wonder Woman has come in contact with this female that was her like next door neighbor, and now we find out that she's the bad guy. So pretty cool book. This is 32 pages. This is $4. All right, moving on to number 7. So we get a new number 1. That's another Joker story. This is called Batman, the Joker War Zone. And it's a dangerous collection of stories from the Gotham War Zone. So as Batman and Batgirl follow an unexpected thread linking the 3 Jokers with someone from the Dark Knight's past, Red Hood dives headfirst into trouble and finds himself struggling to stay afloat without the aid of his allies. So I guess this ties in the 3 Jokers. I don't know. I'm kind of confused by the whole thing of what this book really is about. However, I'm interested in it. I've been enjoying everything Batman as of late. So if you're interested, this book is 48 pages, $7. All right, moving on to number 6. And number 6, Webheads, this one goes to another new number 1 this week. This goes to ShangChi. That's right. ShangChi is back in action, and the Master returns. This is a 28-page comic. This is $4. Now, personally, I've never been a ShangChi fan, but I think that it needs to be new reader friendly to get people on board, if they want to sell these comic books, especially since we were announced with the ShangChi movie and whatnot. So I'm like, why not? Give it a try. I think we're getting introduced to a new character. I think it's his sister or whatnot, or it's a character that we've never seen before. So again, I'm going to try it. It's not overly expensive. It is $4, like I said earlier. All right, next, moving on to number 5, independent book from Image. I think this one sounds really cool. This is called The Department of Truth. This is issue 1. So Cole Turner has studied conspiracy theories for all his life, but he hasn't prepared for what happens when he discovers that all of them are true. Now, how awesome is that, right? When all these conspiracy theories are true, like the whole thing with like JFK assassination and just like the reptilian shapeshifters, and there's this like Area 51, like there's all this stuff that could actually happen. So this sounds very interesting. I'm looking forward to it. 32 pages, $4. I love these independent books. Okay, Webhead, so we're moving on to number 4 with another Image title. This is Chew issue 3. If you guys have watched my channel for a very long time, you knew I read the original Chew, where it had to do with Tony Chew, and now we're dealing with his sister. Now, in case you're confused, this comic book takes place during the same time period as it took place with Tony Chew. However, now you're seeing it from the point of view of his sister, which is kind of crazy. You get to see this chicken pandemic where all the chickens are dying or poisoned, and people eat chicken and they wind up being dead. And so there's this big, huge thing, and you're kind of getting reintroduced to all the characters, and it's a lot of fun. The artwork is phenomenal. So if you're looking for something different, I definitely say check this one out, guys. All right, so moving on to number 3. This one goes to Strange Academy, issue 3. Doyle Dormammu, head of the class. That's what this one is titled. Cool looking cover. I think Strange Academy is awesome. The classmates are going to a they're going to New Orleans for their first field trip, and supposedly, you know, obviously it's a magical place, but something goes wrong. So what's going to happen? We don't know, but I love the humor in this book. I love the artwork by Herberto Ramos. Scotty Young does the writing in this book, and so I'm interested to see the long-term effects of this book. Like, where's it all going? I think it could struggle at times because there's a lot of characters in here, and how do you fit all these characters into the book, and how do they shine, how do they grow? But we'll see what happens, you know, with Scotty Young and how he writes it. So it's coming out, guys. Check it out. All right, so next, moving on to number 2. This is a big one, guys. This is X of Swords, part 2 of 22. That's right, we have 22 chapters of this bad boy, and it just says death and rebirth, corruption in dark discovery. Now, as of the recording of this video, I have not read part 1 yet. It does come out actually tomorrow, so we'll see how that one goes. So as of right now, I'm still highly anticipating X of Swords. So this is continued from X of Swords Creation issue 1, and then it's continued in Wolverine issue 6. Just so you know, 44 pages, $5. And last but not least, Webheads, my number 1 most anticipated comic book for September 30th, 2020 goes to Three Jokers issue 2. Now, there were some people that did not like this book, and that's perfectly fine. However, for me, I really enjoyed this story. I love the first chapter to this. Just in case you haven't read this is a spoiler. Give you a second here. We wind up seeing that Jason Todd winds up killing one of the three Jokers, right? And Barbara just sits there and says, you know what, Jason, you're an asshole. You shouldn't have done that. That's the wrong thing to do. So what does that mean for Jason Todd? Does he go down that dark path, the path of the dark side? Some people are speculating that he's going to become another Joker in this Elseworld story. Whether or not whatever happens, I thought the artwork is absolutely phenomenal by Fabek, and storytelling was just top notch here by Jeff Johns, and just every page was a page turner and well worth the money here. Can't wait for issue 2, 48 pages and $6. So there you have it, Webheads. There are my most anticipated comics for September 30th, 2020. I want to know what your most anticipated comic books are, guys. And until next time, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off, and check out some of this awesome content right here. And I'll see you guys real soon. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.